Hi everyone, it is January 2026. I have given myself the resolution to post one video a month, and for this month I will be showing you guys how I am building this dashboard right here. The reason I'm making this dashboard is because I've been struggling with chronic arm pain for the past 2 years. It originally started when I was going ham on the computer for a few months, 12 hours a day, and I started getting pain in both of my arms. Unfortunately, 2 years later, I'm still in the same spot. It has become a really chronic condition. A lot of times it feels like anything will set it off these days. Recently, I've been noticing that my computer use is very correlated with how much pain I'm in for that day. So I felt like it was about time I built a dashboard to really track every single activity that I'm doing on my laptop to see if there is actually a correlation. I know you're probably thinking, this is so simple. Why don't you just track the amount of time that you spend on your computer? It is not that simple, unfortunately. A lot of the time that I spend on my computer is me just sitting here watching YouTube. I'm not actively using my arms and it's not contributing to the pain. What I need to track is the actual activity that I'm entering with my fingers. I broke it down into 3 categories. First is keystrokes, second is clicks on the mouse, and third is scrolling on the mouse. I also added a 4th metric, which is active time. This metric is tracking when I'm actually actively typing, clicking, or scrolling on my computer. For this video, I mostly wanted to show how I'm actually making this dashboard, but before we do that, I will give you guys a quick tour of what I've made so far. So you can see here at the top, we have the statistics for today. These are the number of keystrokes, number of clicks, and number of scrolls. And this is the total active time. I have not been on my computer much today. These are some plots of the activity for the number of days that I've been collecting for. But the most interesting plot is the one down here, the pain versus activity trend. The pain number is a number that I've given myself on a scale of 1 to 10. I've been inputting it into the dashboard every day. And here you can see the red is the pain graphed against the activity time. There definitely is some sort of correlation. You can see my highest activity time was 2 hours, and that was also my most painful day. And these days over here, I have less activity and the pain was lower. It's definitely not a direct one-to-one correlation, but I do feel like I have something here. So I want to continue to collect more data and see what I can figure out. The first feature I'm going to add is an activity graph that shows every hour of the day. Think Apple Maps step counter. The first step is firing up Claude code, which I already have fired up in my terminal because I've been working on this for a couple of days. The next step is firing up WhisperFlow. I am obviously trying to not use the computer as much as I can, so WhisperFlow is really good at doing text, speech to text. I can speak to my computer and it will type everything out and do everything for me. So let's give it a go. I'm gonna press this to start WhisperFlow. I want to add a new feature. Erase that. Start over. I want to add a graph that shows my activity for every hour of the day. The graph should be for total activity, which means the sum of keyboard strokes, clicks, and scrolls. The activity should be broken down by every hour of the day. This should be shown in a bar plot. Remove the current pain versus active time plot and put this plot there. The prompt that I just spoke into the terminal, but you can see obviously I don't want this to be in my prompt, so I'm going to edit this and it's going to open up this editor here, so I can then come in here and take out this part that I don't want. I'm going to hit enter and watch it run. All right, Claude just finished running. Let's see if it worked. I'm gonna restart my app. and see what it looks like. Okay, there is a plot here now, but there's no x-axis and the y-axis does not seem correct. So I don't really know. And when I scroll, it's doing a weird thing with the bar. Let's see if we can figure out what's going on. I think I should have been more specific about what I wanted on the x and y axis, so I'm going to try that. The plot that I'm currently seeing is not correct. I would like for the x-axis to be broken down by the hour from 12 a.m. to 12 p.m. The y-axis will be the total activity, which is the sum of the keyboard, the clicks, and the scrolls. The x-axis should be broken down by the hour, and the activity shown will only be for that hour. Okay, I just finished running again, and it looks like there is some improvement. The x-axis is going from 12 a.m. to 12 p.m., which is what I wanted. I think the reason that it's not showing up correctly is because it doesn't actually have any hourly data. Also, I just realized it doesn't make sense for it to go from 12 a.m. to 12 p.m. because that's only 12 hours. We need to account for all 24 hours. So I'm actually going to do from 7 a.m. to 7 a.m. the next day because I want my day to start in the morning rather than at 12 a.m. It's been an hour. I am back and it looks like it is working correctly. When I'm clicking this button right here, this graph is going up. So I think it is working. I'm gonna call it a night because I'm tired and I will be back tomorrow. I want a better way to organize all of my plots because currently it doesn't really make sense the way that it's set up. This is data from today. This is also data from today, but these three plots are from data from a bunch of previous days. So what I was thinking is I want to make separate screens for each time period. There's going to be a screen for today, for this current week, this current month, and then a screen for the maximum amount of data that I've ever collected. I made a quick sketch for what I think it should look like. So for the daily, I'm going to keep it simple. These 4 boxes are for the metrics for today, and then this is showing the hourly activity for that day. For the weekly, monthly, yearly, and max plots, I'm going to show the average of these 4 metrics. This is going to be the activity plots, and this is going to be the pain versus activity trends. This is going to be the most important one that I'm interested in. I don't think Claude will be able to one-shot all 4 of these screens, so I'm going to go one by one and prompt them separately. I'm going to fire up Westerflow and prompt it. Make a new daily dashboard. Call this daily 2 so you don't overwrite the old one. This daily dashboard should have the same keystrokes, clicks, scrolls, and active time cards shown on the top of the screen. There should also be the log pain rating and past ratings button. But underneath these 4 cards, there should be only one graph. This graph should be today's hourly activity graph. The graph will remain the same as a bar plot, and it will stretch across the entire width of the screen. This is the prompt, and I'm going to hit enter. While Claude is running, I'm going to do some quick PT. This actually feels so nice. I've also been stretching out my triceps because apparently if you have tense triceps, that can also cause elbow pain. It worked. The only thing that's bothering me a bit is the bar is not matching up perfectly with the x-axis here. I'm gonna see if I can fix that. Okay, it looks good now. I actually had to try a few different methods to get it to look like this, but this is exactly what I wanted, so I'm very happy. I also want to be able to switch between different days of data fairly easily, especially if I want to go back to see yesterday's. So I'm going to add a right and left arrow to easily shift between the days. Something I really like about Claude is that it breaks down all the steps of the prompt that you just gave it. So for the date switching prompt I just gave, it has all of these steps listed out for exactly how it's doing it. It just finished building out the date switching feature. I can switch and see yesterday and the day before's data. The only thing is it doesn't have the hourly data because I hadn't built out that feature yet, so there's no data being stored. Now I'm going to log in and have it build me the weekly, monthly, and max dashboard that I wanted. Okay guys, I think I'm pretty much done with the dashboard. It built out all of the different views I wanted pretty quickly, but I kept finding little things that I wanted to tinker with. I think I'm finally happy with what it is. It's not perfect, but it's good enough for my purposes. I'm going to give you guys a quick tour. When you first log on to the dashboard, you'll see the statistics for today. I've only been on my computer for 35 active minutes, and this is the hourly activity. You can go here and switch it to the weekly view. I actually ended up adding this plot, which I didn't show in my original sketch over here, but I thought it would be nice to have an active time plot just by itself. I also added in this table right here so I can see exactly what the numbers are and all of my notes for that day. The monthly and max plot is very similar to the weekly one, and the monthly and max one are the same right now because I don't have a lot of data. I think I am happy with where the dashboard is at. There are probably 100 other features that I could keep adding to this dashboard, and honestly, when I first started this video, I wasn't sure how much I wanted to do. I think I'm at a good stopping point now. This dashboard has all the features that I need to assess if there is a relationship between my pain and my activity time. I'm hoping that over the next couple of months, we'll see my pain start to decrease and I can start building up my activity time. I hope you guys enjoyed watching me talk to my computer and try to build something without using the computer that much. I think the WizardFlow and Claude code combo is such a killer. Highly recommend to anyone who has any sort of disability issues, or even just in general. It's such a goated, efficient workflow. Thank you guys for watching, and I hope to see you in the next one. Bye.